It might surprise you to hear that you don't actually need to spend a single penny to play Dungeons & Dragons. In this video, I'm going to go over how you can do that without needing to buy miniatures, without needing to buy dice, and without needing to buy any books. And this isn't illegal. Wizards of the Coast, the makers of D&D, provide everything you need to play D&D without spending any money. So, let's get started. Hey folks, my name is Oz, and I'm a role-playing game designer and dungeon master, and I'm here to help you level up your skills at being a game master. So first of all, once again, you don't need to buy anything to play D&D. The core books you might have seen include the Player's Handbook, the Monster Manual, and the Dungeon Master's Guide, but you don't actually need them. Wizards of the Coast, creators of D&D, actually provide a full set of basic rules to allow you to create an adventure, as well as level up a character from level 1 to 20. I'll provide a link to these basic rules in the show notes under the video. Now it's true, these basic rules don't have as many options as the Player's Handbook, for example. It provides 4 classes and 4 races. In terms of the classes, you have the Fighter, the Wizard, the Cleric, and the Rogue. And then in terms of the races, there's the Human, the Halfling, the Elf, and the Dwarf. Now, just using the basic rules does mean that you don't have access to all the options in these books, but it does give you the quintessential fantasy experience. Think Lord of the Rings, Tolkien, The Hobbit, that kind of thing. Also, if anything, it might be easier on new players, as they won't have to worry about whether or not they want to be a Dragonborn Paladin or a Tiefling Monk, for example. Then print off some character sheets if you can. If you can't, just use notepaper. There's no problem with that. Character sheets are well designed, but you don't need them. As for adventures, you can make your own. The basic rules provide everything you need in that regard. But if that's too much for you, how about we give you a few options to go forward with? First of all, Wizards once again has you covered. The Dungeon Masters Guild is a website where you can download full sets of adventures that players have made themselves and made available for other people. And for the players, well, they don't actually have to make characters themselves if they find it overwhelming. Once again, Wizards provides. They have a full set of characters from level 1 to 20 available on their website. Again, link in the show notes underneath the video. Now the final thing you're going to need is a place and a time to play. This may be a bit more difficult. Friends, no matter how awesome they are, can be a bit difficult to corral into one place at the same time. What I'd recommend you do is just make a Facebook event, or make a Google Calendar event, or something like that. This will mean that if they can't make that time, can't make that place, then they'll let you know, and a conversation will start, and you'll be pretty quickly able to figure out a place and time you can get these people together. Maybe you have a pre-existing games night going. If that's the case, then at the end of the next one, just ask them, "Hey folks, do you mind if we play D&D next week? I'm more than willing to run it." Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. But give it a go anyway. Now that first game might be a bit touch and go. You're not going to know the rules, most of you players aren't either, and you're going to have to occasionally slow down and just say, "Hey folks, do you mind if I look up something quickly?" If that happens, don't worry too much about it. Just make a call for then, and then if you have to look up the rules between weeks, go for it. Well, there you go. You have players, characters, adventures, and a place to play. But wait a minute, what about dice? Well, don't worry about that. On your phone or on a website, you can get dice rollers that'll do all that for you. Just put in what dice you want to roll, and it'll do all the hard work. They're even specifically designed to do those weird dice D&D has. For example, Alexa, roll a d20.
I rolled a 20-sided die and got one.
Well, there you go. You've got everything you need to run a game. If you do run one based on the advice in this video, let me know in the comments section underneath. Or if you have further questions, just throw them up, and I'll get to them in a future video. And until then, give it a go, and just remember that the more you level up your games mastering skills, the more players are going to want to level up around you. Anyway, it's been fun. Take care. Love you. Bye!